it was a really short kind of spur of the moment thing, so I'm pleased that somebody got the word and you made it here. Obviously, before I go any further, today is Memorial Day. I'm super grateful to live in such a great country, and I know there are others that have sacrificed so much so that we can have the freedoms we have. How many veterans do we have here today? Raise your hands if you're a veteran. Wow, great. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much. I would like, when it comes time to release the bird, I'd like a couple of the veterans, if they would be so willing, to walk out with us, and you can unzip and let this bird go. So I'll let Dennis kind of coordinate. Dennis right here. Raise your hand, Dennis. He'll be kind of coordinating, and he'll let you know what to do, and it'll be safe and everything. But I'd be happy.
He'll probably be safe.
Not making any promises.
For the newbies and for anybody that doesn't know, I am Dr. Kim Ammon. I am the founder of Winged Freedom, and this Raptor Hospital is the coolest thing I think I've ever done. And I say I, but this is not an I thing. It takes a team to do this. My husband, Dwayne, where are you? Dwayne, raise your hand. My husband, Dwayne, has been here through the whole thing. I have dragged him willingly or unwillingly into the whole project. And yes, thank you. I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else, but I also have a board of directors. I think Dennis is probably the only one here from my board. His wife Sue, they do so much. All the rescue coordinator, when I get a call in, I send the info to Dennis right away, and he takes care of it, and I can get back to doing the hospital stuff. So Winged Freedom has grown a lot. We have a team of 51 volunteers who are all trained and live in various parts of Northwest Wisconsin, and they are the ones that we call and say, hey, we just got a call, there's an injured owl in your neighborhood, can you, are you available to go get it? And it's a volunteer thing. We don't pay their gas, we don't pay for their gloves, and they graciously drop what they're doing and go to do our work if they can, and then transport the bird back to us. So if that's something that interests you, we have periodic training sessions. We just had one a few weeks ago, so we're probably starting another list. Give your information to Sue here at the table if you're thinking that might be something you'd be interested in doing. We'll get you signed up. Winged Freedom takes in about 200 raptors every year. That was last year's total, and it goes up every single year. So 200 is probably a low number for what we're going to be going at this year. We just do raptors, which is hawks, owls, and eagles. And our number one bird that we get in the most commonly is bald eagles, just because of where we live. And we sure love our bald eagles here. Whether you're a visitor or you're a full-time resident, we love our eagles. I do have volunteers that help me in the hospital. I ask them to commit to a morning a week, so they come on the same morning every week. There's quite a lot of training and time for that. Raise your hand if you're a weekly volunteer or you're a transporter. Up. Raise your hands higher. Thank you. Yes. They help me so much. I can't possibly do all this on my own. We have, I think, 19 birds in right now, so it's a lot of work every single day, cleaning and cutting up fish, and it's not glamorous. Eagle poop. I can't even tell you what the clinic smells like right now. We have an eagle in with diarrhea. It is smelly. So, which is why we were running a little late. She had a little issue and needed a clean cage. But it is the most rewarding thing ever. Obviously, not every one of those 200 birds gets released, and it's a sad part too. There's a lot of euthanasia involved. But those are the birds that I feel that we are giving an end to their suffering. Some of these birds come in and they've been down for a week or more, and they've been hungry that whole time and scared and in pain. And so what we're doing is, helping them out too. The bird we're going to release today, we named Sandy because the landowner's name was Sandra, and he came from the Lake Nebagamon area. The grandson who lives on the property adjacent had called a day or two before, had seen this bird down on his property. Our volunteer from Lake Nebagamon went out there to try to find the bird and wasn't able to locate it. And then a few days later, he was at Sandy's, and so they coordinated calling us again, and the same person went out and was able to pick him up. I don't think I can tell you exactly what his diagnosis was, why he was down. He was underweight. He had a parasite in his mouth and digestive tract. but I feel like when I was watching him move, he was sore, he was stiff, so I suspect he'd been bumped by a car at some point, but nothing broken. He's been with us about a month, and he spent a week in quarantine getting treated for his parasite and just making sure we were happy with how he was coming along. And then out to the Flyway, which is our big open air 68 by 42 foot flyway where our eagles recover and get strengthened before they go to be released. And he very quickly went from the low perches to the high perches, and he has been doing laps. So this is set up in an oval on purpose. He has been flying laps, double, triple laps for the last couple weeks. So he made a really fast recovery, and we were super happy to see that. And so this sort of spur of the moment thing was like, let's get Sandy back out there. Sometimes we release birds back where they came from if we're absolutely sure that that was their nesting territory or whatever. With Sandy, I don't really know. He was on some farmland just sort of out in nowhere. And I hate to put him back there if it was a place that he wasn't thriving all that well. Eagles have a built-in GPS just like our other raptors, so they know where they are when they migrate or they change location for a period of time. They know where they are, and if there's someplace they want to get back to, he'll be back there. So if he wants to get back there within a day or two, he's going to be back at Lake Nebagamon. He is a male bird, so he's a little bit smaller. You probably won't notice the subtle difference. He's still a pretty good sized bird. He gave my husband and I quite the run around catching him up today. It usually goes a little quicker, but he was not having it. So he was eluding us quite well. So we know he's ready to go. Does anybody have any questions about him?
Catch him?
Pardon?
How do you catch him?
How do we catch them? So two of us go out with gloves and a larger blanket. It's a rectangular room that they're in, big space. And we stay in verbal contact, and I'll say, he's coming towards you, he's coming. And a lot of times they'll land on the upper perches, and they'll go part way, and then eventually, he'll kind of make a corner and come down. Then we converge into a corner, and usually if we can get those towels or blankets up a little bit, he thinks, okay, I can't go anywhere, and they kind of hunker down, and we can pick him up. Of course, he was finding that little sliver of space and taking off over and over, but that's how we do it. Yeah, we don't generally use nets. And even our rescuers aren't trained to use nets because they grab those talons into them, and you'll spend an hour trying to get your net out of those feet. So it's not really very helpful.
Plus it breaks feathers if you use a net.
Yep, it can break feathers for sure. Yes?
Do you ban the birds once you've had them and release them?
We don't ban the birds because you need to be a licensed bander to do that, and I don't have a licensed bander in this area, and it wasn't a training and an apprenticeship and all that I was wanting to take on. I wish we had a bander, and if we did, we would ban. We definitely would ban. The only bird we've ever fit with anything, we had a golden eagle in once several years ago, and the Raptor Resource Project was doing a study on goldens. They're still doing it. So they came up and actually fit the bird with a solar-powered GPS backpack, and that bird was tracked for quite a while until either the bird passed away or the sender quit, transmitting. But he was all the way up north of Hudson Bay by the time they stopped tracking him. So yeah, it was really cool to watch the progress. Good question.
How long do they live, eagles?
How long do they live? That's a great question for a wildlife biologist, veterinarian. I don't know. I suspect the ones that do quite well are active well into their 20s. We know at zoos and things like that where they're artificially kept, they can easily go into their 30s. So kind of like a small parrot. I mean, they can live quite a long time. Just depends on what happens. We have really new appreciation seeing these birds come in and all the things that are wrong with them and the scars on their feet and their faces and all that. It is a rough world out there. We kind of have this idea they're soaring around and they grab a fish once in a while. They fight, they hurt each other, they are competitive, and they're scrabblers. So all those things, cars and highways.
Lead.
Got a car coming.
Lead.
Lead poisoning, rodenticides, you name it. We have issues. They have issues. So lots of things working against them to shorten their lives, unfortunately. Anybody else?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I love nature, and my history in college is that, and I love what you do, but one day it hit me that if you're fixing them, the natural process is not happening.
Can I take
Is
this?
there anything you can say to help me with? It's natural to die from some of these things.
I want to answer that.
Okay,
Most of the stuff when we get things in is man-made.
Yeah.
okay.
So
okay.
it's not nature when man evolved from
Yep.
lead, the poison, you get hit by a
Okay.
car. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So it's not it's not nature.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. So here's how we'll do this. I recommend putting your phones on video because it happens really, really fast. It takes about 10 seconds or less for the bird, for us to unzip, the bird to come shooting out, and they will take off. It may come up over you. It may just take a right turn and head out of here. But you know, 8 flaps and it's out of sight, so it goes quickly. And then do some still shots from your video if you like. I'll have you line up along the road facing into the field. We'll get the dog carrier out and carry him out there a distance, and then we'll unzip and he will be facing towards you. I'll make sure everybody's ready before we are ready.
Eagle come through.
Put your hand up or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
To let us know it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Signal, right?
Did you want the veterans?
Pardon me?
The veterans? Did you want the veterans?
These two are veterans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is there somebody else that wants to? Is everybody ready?
Ooh. He says, gotta go. Look at him, he's like, bye.
Blessings on you.
Right now. He's a good flyer.
Whee. Nice. And he's gone.
There he is.
Coming back.
What you doing here?
They don't come back and they don't say thank you.
Thank you for what you do.
Wow.